Love says you hard to reach. Love, Leo. They say you got your phone on D&D. Do not disturb. I said, oh, interesting. And in your defense, because listen, Crosswatchers always come in and try to speak for y'all during y'all. When I sit down and sit with your energy, your response is, look, I'm at work. That's because of work. But this was an energy around your heart, even to the ones you were responsible for, and leaving your phone on D&D even after you return home. A lot of us are guilty of it. I actually just mentioned this in whose reading was that last? Virgo? But Leo, somebody's been wondering where you've been. Okay? When it comes to the love life. You've been so focused on becoming the next version of yourself that love may have started feeling like it was waiting in line or taking a back seat. So let's see what the messages are saying for you in love in the month of August. Happy birthday. I keep doing that to y'all. I did that in y'all general. Forgetting, just sitting. But what's unusual is that you're not shining like the big old, a lot of you aren't. You're so busy working or putting in the work that did you not celebrate your birthday? That's what it's giving. Interesting. Or did they not celebrate you? Were you too busy to be celebrated? Listen, I ain't never. Not from no Leo. But maybe you've not been into it. I don't know. So let's go ahead and see what the cards say, because love wants to talk if you don't. Balance. And I am not surprised. Can y'all see that? I'm trying to work on this lighting. This is new setup for me. So, love love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Ooh wee. Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. So let's get into it. For those who don't know me, good morning. I am Goddess Divine Reflections. If you're new here, welcome. Around here, we allow spirit to set the agenda, give us messages. I simply listen while sitting in spirit and, asking questions that come up within your energy. And then I take notes on specifics that constantly scream at me or not. Some I don't, that's silent. And I'm like, come here. Let me write that down because somebody wants to know it. Because it's collective. And although everybody might not have the same message, some people may have something more specific. All right. So I just decode them, give them to you what they give me. And I use the cards as a tool to help me with that. Okay. So these are intuitive collective love readings. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And let's see what the spirit has to say for Leo and love. I don't know what that singing is about. I'm mad about it. I get offline and I'm like, what the fuck? So, and at this time, my vocal cords can't even take that. So I don't know. But we definitely have some shit going on. All right. Y'all would end with a bang. Fuck. Let's just say August does end with Virgos. You guys just begin it. We have 31 days to this month. And it is officially Lionsgate this weekend. I ain't mentioned that. Nobody's reading. I know about it. And I'm just so not used to my routine and tapped in to giving y'all all the astrological events. I don't feel like y'all want to hear all that. But if it comes up, I mention it. And it's specific to you and your season every year. So you mostly probably know about it. So that's a good time to look into what that means and how that could potentially help you and what you're looking for. Because listen, you got some thick shit. Or. We're gonna always look at the positive. We're gonna always look at the positive first. Right. So, two energies, yours or theirs, and I say and or because for singles, this just could be the energy you're manifesting. So pay attention to it. Ace of Pentacles is past energy of new opportunities, abundance, prosperity, manifestation, security, stability, new job, offer, wisdom, and fertility. Okay? Now, when this Ace of Pentacles comes up, this is when it relates to love, all about new opportunities for those who are coupled and are single. So if it's in the past, that means what you're in now could be just a new relationship if you're coupled, or there was some type of opportunity that presented itself, and we'll see how that played out in your story because that might not be good if you're already in something. And for my singles, this is where you in the past had maybe something presenting. We don't know if you took it or not. Now, as far as the Ace of Wands, there's a lot of new for you and or them. And I say and or because you are manifesting someone new who has maybe a new uh how do I want to say chapter when it comes to love, because you may be more seasoned or have had several relationships, and this is someone who has experience, right, is what I'm getting. That's it, that's all. But you both have a lot going on, but positive when it comes to work, money, and home. Okay, so that's a good thing. In the present for the both of you, there's a Ten of Pentacles that comes in where there's this legacy, commitment, inheritance, family, settling down, building a home, stability, tradition, ancestry roots. So that's in the month of August. That looks really good for you. There's also in the other energy that's being manifest of the other person, and or I mean that if you're single, and or the person you're connected to if you're coupled, the Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunities. All right. So again, from the past to the present, this looks amazing. And because I can see this future, only because the cards will help clarifying it, you've been busy. And love is asking you to balance some shit. Because the future could look very nasty. And I'm gonna go into the healing and recovery first because this would may be necessary. Because there's this tower moment that could occur in the future of some sort. So let's read what could happen when this is connected to your future. Towers are connected to crumbling, sudden changes, shocking, revelation, breakup, heavy when it comes to love, chaos of some sort, impulse, a shakeup, awareness, surprise, uncertainty. All right? So, all this newness, even if it's an old relationship, coming into some really great things with settling down. And I ain't gonna say the great was with settling down, right? Because this relationship you got in, maybe it started fast and maybe you committed just as fast. Okay. But also I'm seeing that this is for my couples where there may be a new chapter in y'all's relationship, a new chapter in your love life. Maybe there has been a growth to the family of some sort. Maybe you guys moved parents in. Um, but this is commitment. Maybe there was a next level commitment to what you were doing. So if you guys were just dating, you got into a relationship. If you guys were just in a relationship, there was an engagement. If you guys were engaged, there could have been a marriage, right? And then the tower says there could be sudden changes of some kind, a surprise, uncertainty, a shakeup. But awareness and impulse with a need for healing and recovery. So what the hell is that? An argument? This is one hell of an argument to be in the tower. Okay. My guess would be that there was some type of addition to the family currently that may have been by way of children, maybe grandparents. Again, this is like a third lineage involved here if you were already married. All right? Where you guys could have even inherited something with this destined opportunity. But you guys were destined to commit, destined to settle down. So, what is the need for the healing and recovery? What was the tower moment? There could have been something connected to health. There could have been something connected to a parent, which is what the need of the healing and recovery is about. But do not disturb. You're unreachable. I don't get that part. Why? Maybe you have been focusing more on parents or children because it's saying don't forget about love. You've been hard to reach. Who's waiting on you? Love can wait, but can it? So you have maybe put something on hold for your relationship, or that's what spirit said. And I'm like, what did you, what was, it's interesting because you have Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. It's some kind of money or inheritance potentially. A home. Oh. There may have been something that does not, and I ain't gonna say it didn't, because it doesn't look like you know this. This is future. You guys may go into having a home together, and it may something may happen with that home, or the outcome that you guys expected with the home could not turn out right. Maybe there is an inheritance of some sort with the home. Maybe you inherit a home and it requires some type of what's the kind of work when you uh, a flipper, when you have to flip the home. That may be this, because this looks nothing but good. But the tower here crumbling, maybe you had to tear the home down when you expected to move into it. Maybe, and that could have caused arguments. That could have caused some missed opportunities. That could have. It says that it was destined, right? You're gonna. It was something you were supposed to inherit in the first place. But I think the intentions with it, or what happens with it, is a major need for some type of reparation. So I don't know if it's with the home, because this is also mental energy. A mental energy around the need for clarity or understanding in regards to this, but something is coming down. Something is going to have some type of sudden change. It's going to be shocking. It's going to be revealing. It's going to be something you were totally unaware of. It's going to be a shakeup, but you are going to become aware of this because it's going to come catch you by surprise and make you very uncertain about the moving forward. And it could be around the commitment. I don't want to see. I'm so optimistic that I'm like, oh, everything you choose is right. Because Leo, yeah, y'all could mess up sometimes. All of us can, and this could be that because. But when I see destiny, so again, this is your energy versus theirs, and maybe they're the one like, ooh, 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 this I was destined for this, and then you hurt their feelings because you end up ending it. But you are money driven. You are career driven. And with the context I've learned with the last couple of signs is that there has been this love versus career or love versus wealth type thing. Maybe somebody wants a what is it called? Prenup prenuptial agreement. And you're like, nah, we ain't doing that. That could be this. So the question is the relationship going to outlast this decision? Because it's gonna be made and it ain't gonna be one both parties desired. All right. So but there is a potential for breakups for a good bit of you because of this. But it looks like there's what was the commitment then? Because are you gonna get a divorce? Is this gonna be annulled? Is that what it's called when it's real early? I don't I'm getting 10 months. It's been 10 months or 10 years, and that's a long time. But I can also see that I don't look in context to if are we looking at because everybody's story is gonna be different. Are we looking at the last year? Are we just looking at, you know what I'm saying? To me, this is everybody's story. So this is gonna look like both of you went into this with new opportunities in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But on a positive sense. There wasn't a lot of love. I think that you guys may have met by who doesn't meet by accident, but no, there was definitely some intentions on the other person's part where maybe they sought you out. Maybe this was about money. Maybe you didn't know it, but you did take on the opportunity, but you were also focused on the money, which is why, hey, listen. Sometimes people do date you and or end up loving you for what you are just as in love with. Okay? So, but the Wheel of Fortune, They have tried to stick it out, and I don't know if they continue to do so. But to me, I feel there was a commitment. There is still a commitment, and maybe you are already mentally checked out of it, Leo. That's why the D&D is off on, and you are out of this relationship. You're just waiting for the major end of it, the tower moment, and it's coming because you're manifesting it. Balanced love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. That's a big ass hell of a challenge. That's a hell of a challenge. Like, what are you challenging them in the prenup? Are they challenging? So is that what? Maybe y'all didn't make it to the marriage, and the prenup is what called the marriage off. Hopefully, that's that part, as opposed to you already married them and now you gotta annul it. Like who decides on the prenup afterwards, or did you change, or did they change it? I don't know. That looks like some business I ain't got nothing in. Let me pull your closing oracle, but the only people there is not even people coming up. No specific sign anyway. Maybe a Virgo, and they just this is their reading. Yes, could be a Virgo, could be an Aries. I'll say no more Aries. This I don't know. That fire though is very questionable. So not too much on. I would say Virgo more than anything. I got a lot of Pentacles, more Pentacles than any specific element. Just 10 Pentacles and Ace, and it looks good, honestly. But I don't know. This is going to be different for everybody. So look what comes up in your closing oracle: communication and family. Even your family think you're busy as fuck and not communicating, or maybe you are in communication with your family. But I'm gonna tell you what these cards mean once I can get them to sit up, because you have a family, and maybe that's what your connection is going to continue to be with this person. Well, I want to say these people. Are you that distant? Leos could tend to be detached from time to time, depending on where they are in their life, right? We're going to read family first. Family is saying, let's see. A lot of my signs have been, I keep getting this thing of wanting just like not a situationship, because I don't want to use that word. I've kind of been trying to train myself not to use that terminology, getting that out of my life. But where the heck is family? Right, Leo, that's probably what people they've been saying to you. What the hell is your family? All right, so this card comes up. It talks about close relatives, family members, either approval or disapproval from family. Family needs are being considered, family values, clan mentality, conditioning from your family of origin. Family or the idea of it is important to you, or the matter at hand. You want it to start. You want it. So, if you are a Leo of childbearing age, a hint, they want a baby. They want kids. And you do not want it. Period. Point blank. Um, or maybe you do. Maybe this does not fare well for some of you. The pregnancy, the trying. That could be the tower. That could be the shaking up, the sudden change, the crumbling, and the surprise. And the healing and recovery connected to it. Let's go to communication. I pray that doesn't happen. However, lots of contact through different mediums: email, phone, talking in person, open communication and flow of communication, good connection of an intellectual nature, lots of ideas together and giving birth to new ideas. Communication is very important to you, and you are questioning this element in your relationship. Someone is, but do not disturb. You're hard to reach. So if they're not asking you this, Leo, you're asking this of the other person. They're disconnected. They're detached. And They are probably, if this has anything to do with a pregnancy and what we may have come to know, have become disconnected because of a potential loss or the fact that it's being presented to them again, and or there's been talks about I want a legacy, and you can't. That's interesting. But love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it, Leo. Maybe this is you wanting to build your legacy and they can't have kids, but a great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. That's where that oracle comes in. Wow. Maybe your legacy can't be continued through them, and is that someone you want to continue your legacy with? Are you faced with that choice? That is interesting. It looks like that some of you may end the relationship. That I wouldn't say that that's a good reason to end the relationship with, but it's possible for you to make that decision, and everybody's do their own decisions. Okay, you want a legacy to pass down these things that you have, and if they are able to have kids, then what's the next option? Adoption? That's not really legacy, or is it? That's the question. All right. So this is your reading, our love reading specifically for the month of August. Leo, the love week is officially completely closed, and I'm so glad about it. Next, we're moving into money, career, and wealth. You guys definitely ended it with a bang. Shit. Next week is money, career, and wealth, where we'll explore what August has to say about opportunities, finances, and business in abundance. So keep your notifications on because we'll also have our community live later this month where I'll answer a few viewer questions live. Until next time, love and light. Guidance Divine Reflections. See you next time.